Hey y'all, hey. Oops, don't want to do that. Hey y'all, welcome. Let me turn this down real quick. Hey, so good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you at, right? First, I want to say welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you are returning. Okay, y'all. And then I want to give a special shout out to each and every one of y'all that checked up on me, okay? The outpour of love really was like wow. So I appreciate you all for that. I love you all for that. Thank you so much for even thinking about me. That was big right there. Y'all know who y'all are. So I'm gonna just get right into it. I'm not gonna be on here long today. But we're going to talk about releasing control in order to receive greater in your life, right? So, um, there are some things that we have to go through, right? The processes that we have to go through. And a lot of times we want to control the situations, and it's okay, right? We want to control those situations because on an earthly realm, hey, on an earthly realm, we are used to having control of everything. We are used to, having things go the way that we intended, right? That's a part of the decision making process. Us being the ones to make the decisions. Hey, y'all. So, um, release and control is a major part in certain areas of your life because we have to realize that we're not really the ones that's in charge. It's not us in charge. There's God over us, even though on this earthly realm we're able to make decisions, but we have to release the control. We gotta release the things that we think we are doing, right? Correctly when we may not be. I'm good. How about you? So y'all listen. There's some decisions, and I'm only coming to y'all to tell y'all this because y'all probably gonna experience this too. Just a heads up, right? Um, hey, but there was a decision that I had to make back in January. I didn't make that decision. I tried everything to do to avoid that decision. And the reason I wanted to avoid that decision was because when I checked and investigated more and did my search on it, researched it, um, I didn't like the outcome. I was like, what in the world is this? So I decided to just push it to the back burner, right? Trying to control it my way. No, we're just gonna do my things this way. We leave it as is, right? And God set me down. Matter of fact, God ain't set me down. He laid me down, okay? But in the process of being laid down, I was shown some different things, and I was put in the present moment. And the reason that I was put in the present moment was because I was trying everything in my mind to divert my attention elsewhere so that I didn't have to make that decision. But then I had to make that decision. So I wound up making a decision, y'all. I made a decision. I had to surrender, release control, right? And I say that to y'all because there are certain things in your life that you have been faced with that you may have to make a decision on. And if you don't make that decision for yourself, then baby, God is gonna make that decision for you. He'll put you in an uncompromising position where you will feel like you ain't got no way out. You gotta surrender. He will back you into a corner and make you feel like, you know what? Okay, I gotta do this then. So, or I gotta handle it. Whatever it is that you're experiencing or that you don't want to face, God will put you in the corner, back you in the corner, and make you face it. if you keep running from whatever it is that you have to make decisions on in your life in order to receive the greater in your life, because everything is working out for your good, right? Everything is setting up for your good. But when you make decisions that are based on your ego versus decisions that's good for your spirit, then you know you can set some things back, right? So I just wanted to tell y'all that, because it's funny how God works when we don't do the things that we supposed to do. And sitting down after that, it allowed me to be in that present moment. And being in a present moment, it's like you think you're in a present moment, but of course, guys, we got so many thoughts that run through our mind every single day. And sometimes you can be, thrusted into future thoughts, or sometimes you can be thrusted into past thoughts, right? So, experiencing the moment, every single moment, and allowing yourself to just go with the flow, allowing the process to just take place. Am I happy with the decision that I had to make? It just is what it is, right? It is That's what it is at this point. It is what it's gonna be. So, releasing control also means allowing yourself to be okay with whatever it is that you have to endure, whatever it is that you have to take accountability on, whatever it is, whatever that process is that you have to um, go through in order to get to the end result. So, I just wanted to say that to y'all. Release control. It's so much greater on the other side. Um, it's all for your benefit. It's all for your good. Everything is working out for you, right? And as much as I say that everything is working out for you, I know that the decisions that we have to make is good for us, whether we like it or not, right? It's good for you. It's just like a diet. If you eat a diet that is full of things that's not good for you, in the long run, you'll start experiencing different um, things going on with you. But when you choose to make a decision to do things that are healthy for your spirit, that are feeding your soul, it's good for you, right? And that's releasing that ego, detaching from the ego in order to just say, I surrender, God, right? And of course, it it goes to different levels, because every time you on a walk, whenever you're on a walk with God, you're always going to experience different levels. That's different levels of different versions of yourself, getting to know you all over again, just as well as everyone outside of you knowing you all over again, because you're not the same person you were yesterday or last year or 10 years ago. So, it's really embracing yourself, nurturing yourself, and loving yourself in that process as you go to different levels in your life, as you awaken to different levels of awareness, whether you have to take accountability or whether you're just the observer. So, be aware of everything that you can on this level. Take accountability for what you have to take accountability for on this level. And as you go to the next level, there's a certain season, in the beginning of your life when you're starting your journey with God. You go through this process of, but I don't wanna do this, I don't wanna do that. You go through this kind of push pull thing, right? And especially when things are getting stripped away from you. But as you grow and as you get to different levels in your walk, you begin to just be turned off by a lot of things. You begin to be turned off. Things that once excited you, or things that you may have once indulged in, it no longer appeases you, and it no longer has your attention. And that's because you're releasing old aspects of the old you in order to fully allow the new higher version of yourself to come in and thrive in that space. and to become that better person, right? So that's a good part about it. That it's no longer a crying about everything. You just cry about a little bit. You don't cry about everything, though. You know what I'm saying? So like coffee, y'all. When I told y'all I stopped drinking coffee, had it been about 5 years ago, I'd have cried like a baby. Matter of fact, it had it been like 2 years ago, I probably cried like a baby. No, I don't want to walk away. I love it. But this time when I walked away, I was like, you look at it with such disgust. You know, I'm good. And that's not to say I may not ever pick it up again, but as far as not habitually, okay? So just know that release those old ways, old patterns, old beliefs, old systems, releasing that control of what you're used to having a level of understanding of, and surrendering to the unknown, surrendering to the process that God is making everything work out for your good, okay? Now, I said I wasn't gonna be in here long, and I guarantee you I'm not, because God is still working on me, y'all, and I'm still going through my process as well, for everything that has taken place over the last month. So I'll be back. When? I don't know, but that's the beauty of it, and that's good to be surprised, right? That unknown space, because whoever is meant to be there at that moment will be there, will show up, and it will resonate with the message at that time. So I'll see y'all when I come back on here, and yeah, just release that control. It's all right. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to not have that control over everything. And I'm learning that that's the beauty of life. So as I learned that, because I'm so used to being in control, you're so used to doing things on your own, and being used to actually being the one having to be the decision maker. Not all the time are you the decision maker in life. Now, God is the one in control, right? If you made him the head of your life. So that's what I got for you today, right? And I'm going to go back and get into the present moment. Um, y'all, listen, one part about getting into the present moment that God had me do real quick before we go. So when I was down flat, he laid me out, okay? Literally, like, laid me out flat. I was asleep for 3 days. The first 3 days, I was asleep, okay? 3 days straight, right? But when I finally got up, it felt like I was it felt like I was in Wakanda. You know how they laid them on the table and they was working on them and stuff, but they was like doing something, and then when they woke up, he was healed. He was a different person, right? But in this instant, it was like when I woke up, it was just certain things was just like I started having different beliefs about different things, even with social media. It was like I couldn't even get on social media, like just the voice or looking at the screen. I couldn't do it. It was something that was just literally making me sick, to the point where my screen time had went down 85%. But so in the process, I'm like, okay, Lord, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing in this moment? Like, I'm so used to being busy and having routines in place, and staying focused and doing things that you just have to take time out to sit with yourself. You have to take time out to rest, okay? When you're resting, I mean, even resting your mind where you're not thinking about anything that you got to do. And that's the position that I was in, where I didn't have to think about anything that I needed to do. I didn't have to think about no to-do list, no nothing, right? And it was actually a good place to be in at that moment. But then I was like, yeah, gotta get back to it, right? I couldn't stay there too long. But the joy of it was to be able to be in that present moment and do things that you normally don't do. I don't watch a lot of TV, right? Um, so after I woke up, it wasn't much that I could do. So I watched TV. Oh my goodness. I was like, I couldn't believe I sat through a whole movie. crazy as it is. I couldn't believe it. But, and then I started doing other things that allowed me to be in that present moment without having to say, okay, I gotta go do this next. I gotta go do that next. No, it was just totally sitting with myself and embracing myself, right? It was being with me in that moment, every single moment that I had to go through that. And it's a reminder to let you all know as well that as much hustle and bustle as you put yourself through every single day, every single week, you have to take the time out for yourself. And if you don't take that time out for yourself, listen, eventually it will catch up to you and you're going to have to take that time out for yourself, but with yourself as well. So make sure that you take the time out for yourself, spend time with yourself, and I mean, turn your brain off. Make sure that you are not thinking about old things and not trying to think about what's to come, but literally just being there in that moment with you. And another thing too is you got to be careful of the things that you ask for because they come in different forms. So with me asking for a certain thing, it came in that form as well. So that's the beauty of it, that you never know how your prayers will be answered. You never know, but you have to be ready for the unknown. And sometimes in life and even in the world and what's going on around us, sometimes in order to get to peace, we have to experience chaos. In order to have joy, you have to go through that frustration process, right? Because then you will allow yourself to have the true joy where no, the world didn't give it and the world ain't gonna take it away from you. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much. I'm trying to. I'm trying. Right? I appreciate that. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next go round, right? I'll see you next time we pop up over here and spend time together. Lord's willing. Okay? So until next time, you stay blessed as well. Alright. Either way, we still growing over here. We still growing over here. Yes, we are, right? We still growing. On camera, off camera. We still gonna make it do what it do, baby. So keep growing, keep glowing, keep doing what you're doing, keep taking moments out for yourself, keep looking at ways that you can take accountability in your life in order to do better, be better, and grow better, right? You don't want to stop the process, you don't want to slow it down, and you don't want to hinder yourself along the way. So release and control will allow the process to flow smoother than trying to hold on to it, right? So either way, we still gonna grow over here.